Welcome back to the show, everybody. We are back on the 500 cruiser yacht, currently upbound on the Illinois River. We're on the lower section of the Illinois. We just passed Grafton, Illinois, right off the Mississippi River. We stayed at Alton Marina to finish up our last video, finishing up the upriver run that we did up the Mississippi River from Kentucky Lake. We're finally on the Illinois River, and let me tell you, it is so much more peaceful than the Mississippi. Way easier. It's not even in the same category. That Mississippi River is no joke. If you guys want to see going upriver, no autopilot, hand steering for 200 miles up the Mississippi River in this boat, go check out the last video. But super happy we're on the Illinois River now. Charlie at the helm. And we're just making our way north. We got about 270 miles to Chicago. Taking in the sights and sounds and enjoying a little bit of a peaceful river. Kind of reminds me of the Tin Tom, to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna come into Chicago and then we gotta go all the way to Mackinac Island, Michigan. So we got about 5 more days of this. It's a long trip. It's a long trip, especially going upriver. It's a little slower. We lost about 2 to 3 knots, really 3 knots of speed going up the Mississippi. Right now we're running about 9.5 miles an hour, so we've really only lost about a knot currently going up the Illinois River, which is good. But the fuel is still bad. Fuel is burning about 0.3 miles to the gallon right now, something like that. Not 0.3, sorry, 0.7 miles to the gallon right now. Sometimes it gets down to 0.5, even just chugging along at 1,000 RPM. This has proven to be one of the most difficult deliveries I've ever done, especially on the last video, heading up the Mississippi. Luckily, this stretch is gonna be much more relaxing. In the last video, I was having some intermittent issues with the Volvo EDC system, with the little push button key that you have to, once you turn the keys on, you gotta activate this station by pushing that button, and then you can start the engines. Well, it was giving us some trouble coming up the Mississippi, where we would go to bed and I'd wake up and that dang thing didn't want to start.
Nope.
Like at all. And what would happen is it wouldn't let me start because it thought that it was in gear. It was a computer issue, and I knew it was a computer issue because after about resetting the batteries about 3 or 4 times, it finally stopped flashing and I could momentarily get that red light to stick and fire them off and get a gear. Other times it would flash yellow, but it would let me start the engine, but it would still think that it's in gear, and then I wouldn't have any gear. So when I moved the control, nothing would happen. Super pain in the butt. We got really lucky that we were able to figure that out going up the Mississippi for 3 days.
Would have been nice to figure it out sooner.
Remember, all this is first generation Volvo controls, and they're really not that great. They're a pain in the butt electrically, and the computer needs, like, this thing needs a software update big time. This morning, it finally went totally crapped out. It finally totally would not work anymore. I reset the batteries 100 times. I pulled off the switch, the key, the little panel with the keys, tried to get behind the control, started looking at wires, seeing if there was a loose connection under the helm. And I couldn't find anything. And I'm on the phone with a couple of guys, a couple of my Volvo guys that could potentially give me some pointers, but that kind of an issue is really frustrating because if it is a software issue, then I gotta have a computer here, I gotta have a Volvo guy come here and figure out what's going on with this electrically or what's going on with the computer. That's not exactly something that I can fix. I was really worried this morning at Alton Marina for about an hour and a half. Well, I told Charlie to go down there and start checking all the battery connections. So he's down in there, you know, we're turning the battery switches on and off, and he's like, yeah, all the cables look good and tight, you know, I can't move them in anything. Well, good on Charlie's part. He just started, here, let's move this way a little bit. he just started
undoing and redoing all the fuses connected to that battery.
Yeah, he just started undoing them and putting them back together and making sure they were all tight and had a good connection. And lo and behold, he found one.
Yeah, it was just a little bit off, disconnected, came apart easy. And
there you go. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure even on the newer stuff, the ECU on these electronically controlled diesels, engine, whatever, it could be a 4-stroke outboard, anything. They have a direct hot line from the ECU on the motor to the battery that bypasses the battery switch. That allows it to keep its memory and its brain and all that good stuff with the boat battery is when the battery switch is off. So that little tiny red wire on the port side, and I'm going to go down and show you here in a second, there's a little fuse pack, a little bundle, a little rubber fuse pack housing with, was it a glass fuse?
I don't know. I think it was just metal insert.
Okay, yeah. That fuse was just a little bit off, and it wasn't all the way off to cause a complete shutdown because I was still getting stuff here at the control, but it was just enough to confuse the computer and put the computer out of sync to where it thought that it was in gear, because there was some really funky stuff happening. Like we would shut it down and it thought the port motor was in gear, and then we'd shut it down again and then it thought the starboard motor was in gear, and then I couldn't get that one started. Really funky stuff. So that's all it was. Let me run down here and show you exactly what happened. So that little fuse pack right there was just a little loose, or something happened to it, who knows. Maybe somebody stepped on it, maybe it got jostled in a particular way, but that little connection right there just about put us out of business. I mean, that close. It's a good thing Charlie was down there starting to poke around and disconnect some things to try to figure out if something was loose. It's a good thing he went the extra mile to check that and get that done. When you got electrical stuff on your boat, it's just a process of elimination. One thing to the next. We got a little lucky, but thankfully I didn't have to call anybody. Thankfully we figured it out. Now the computer is on sync. Motors fire up every time. You can take control of the station. Not a problem, but I know a lot of y'all are running this same system with Volvos, maybe first, second gen Volvo stuff. Keep that in mind on your boats. Check stuff like that. And if you have any issues like that, I just saved the owner probably a $500 to $1,000 service call for somebody to come out here and diagnose that. So, process of elimination, look at one thing at a time. Well, we got about 48 miles to the LaGrange Lock. That is the first lock heading north. And then Lockport Lock is the last one before you hit Chicago, I believe. I don't know if it's the last one. I gotta double check. But that's the one that was closed until May 19th. That's the one we had to wait on to finish this delivery. It is back open now. Traffic is flowing. That'll probably be hopefully late tomorrow we get up there. I don't know if it's going to happen though. We got to get a little trip. Depends on how many miles we can get in tonight. But we're going to run it to sunset and then find us an anchorage. I ain't going to lie. We could easily run this river at night.
Yeah.
This would be a super easy river to run at night. And there's no trash. I haven't seen a single log.
Oh, we passed a tree a little while ago.
A whole tree?
Oh, no.
Well, never mind that. Yeah, you can't see whole trees at night.
Oh.
At least I don't think. Depends on how much moonlight's out, but
Yeah, it's looking dark.
I've done it in a pinch. Not something I want to voluntarily do though, but if we wanted to put another 50 miles in, we could definitely do it.
Down through the dusk.
Well, I gotta find an anchorage. So I already looked on Navionics. Like 25 to 30 miles out, that puts us at 8:30. And there's not a phenomenal anchorage. There's a couple anchorages on the inside of a river turn in the bend, but that's not always a great spot to be in. About 15 miles away is a good anchorage tucked in behind a little island that would probably be better, but that doesn't mean we don't get to put in as many miles. So, but I guess at the end of the day, what's another 10 to 15 miles when we got 4 days to go or more?
Let's get up extra early tomorrow.
Let's get up extra early, says the man who likes to sleep. Yeah, this is Charlie at about 5:30 in the morning. Charlie! Yeah, what's going on, man? It's time to go, man, we gotta work. Pretty barren on the lower Illinois. I'm excited for the anchorages on the Illinois. There's several, and they're kind of in offshoots off an island or two, you know, kind of quaint little anchor spots. So we're gonna go all the way to Sunset tonight for sure. Crawl up there and look. It just looked low to me. We'll give it a shot. Go ahead, Charlie, in gear.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let me double check before you guys get too close to this knot, then I'll just razor for it.
Go ahead.
Is Captain still there?
Roger.
Yeah, we're clearing 24.5 feet today right now.
That's a good copy. We'll be good to go on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's Mel's on the Illinois River back there. Good little restaurant. Got a dock there. You get warm up here?
Huh? Oh, I'm super warm up here.
Hardin Highway Bridge. It's a lift bridge. It goes straight up. It's got on channel 14. He gave us the clearance based on the river level, and we were good to go. Sneaking by, didn't even see him. Not making a wake at all. Looks like a Kirby barge. Got the brats going. Peaceful night. Oh boy, they're looking good. I don't know about y'all, but I like my brats hot. I like to put them on that top rack for a little while, let them heat soak, and then boom, put them on that flame for a couple seconds. Charlie's got the right idea. Well, that was dang good. We gonna fight over the last one? We're gonna fight over it, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, just a little tip for all you travelers out there. You gotta use the Walmart Plus app. So you download the Walmart app, and then the Walmart Plus membership, I think it's like $10 or $12 a year, but I've got an Amex Gold card. Therefore, they have an agreement with Walmart that you get the membership free. Well, when you get the Walmart app membership for free, when you pay for that membership, you get free deliveries. And Walmart's everywhere. So when I'm traveling around on all these boats, I literally get groceries delivered for free, straight from Walmart, straight down to the boat. I use it at home. I just use it in Godfrey and Alton, Illinois, right on the river. They brought it right to me. Got everything I wanted. Brats, steaks, ground beef, fruit, salsa, chips, creamer, you name it. Really nice, and obviously Walmart's not super expensive. So just a little tip for you guys out there, if you're a traveler or even at home, Walmart delivery, man, saves you a ton of time, especially with that Amex Gold card. You get that membership for free, and you get all your groceries delivered for free every time. Approaching LaGrange Lock. Can't get them on the radio on 1.4, but I keep trying them here. tow in right now. Lagrange lock, Lagrange lock. All right, 13 feet. All right, you ready? We gotta wait on Lagrange lock. It's gonna be at least an hour, unfortunately. About 60 something feet of chain, 60, 70 feet. Got a little bit of a current here flowing through the dam. Let me know when it's tight. Look side to side. Always look side to side to make sure you're not moving. I think we're good.
Drag?
Huh?
Drag?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're straight. So we have to wait at least an hour for this tow to go through, and then there's also one down there sitting on the bank, which really sucks. So hopefully he can put us in this one with that guy, and hopefully we can get up through here. So based on this delay, we're definitely not getting to Peoria, which
I don't know if you can see the difference in water level between us and there, but it's risen quite a bit. These rapids are ripping over there. Some white water.
it's a cautionary tale. And I'm sorry, Laura, that you have to be the example of it. But guys, this is what we talk about with, especially all these hacks and the stuff of like, oh, we can do this and this, we can Airbnb that and all of it. You know, for sure, sometimes does it work? Absolutely. But there's also a huge reality that it doesn't, right? And it adds so much stress. And that.
All right, we are in Peoria Lock. Illinois River so far has been very scenic, very relaxing, very peaceful.
Nice.
Slow go. I ran it on plane maybe a total of an hour or two today just to make up some time. I wanted to get here before dark, and we're gonna stay up here on the restaurant dock. Coochie's? I swear it's Coochie's. It is, it's Coochie's.
Coochies.
We're staying up here on Coochie's dock.
I hope I get some coochies. Or one.
So they said as long as we come up there and spend some money on some beers, we can stay on their dock tonight. So looks like it's good reviews. Just arrived at Coochie's. Had to slide it in front of this guy. Looks like a little steel barge dock. Looks like a pretty good place. It's packed. The whole damn patio is full, Charlie.
Full.
Nice night in Illinois. We're just trucking through Peoria Lake this morning. We've got 65 miles to the next lock, which is it's called Stone Bravin Starved Rock and Dam. Starved Rock and Dam is in 65 miles. We just left Coochie's. We stayed on the dock last night. We went up there, spent $70 for dinner. She was like, yeah, stay on the dock, which is really cool. I know it worked out well. Just ran the generator all night. Shout out to Paul and Erica Christensen, a couple of fans and followers up here in Illinois. They don't have a boat, but they love watching the content. They were going to come and either meet me or watch me go by last night at Peoria, right around the Coochie's area. They missed me, but they showed up this morning. And they showed up this morning in their blue Tacoma right as we were heading off the dock. So hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for coming out, saying hello. That's awesome. I'm almost 1,000 miles from home, and a couple fans decided to come say hi that don't even own a boat. That's awesome. That is super rewarding. Definitely makes me want to just keep pushing these videos out weekly. And let me tell you, it's definitely hard right now to get a video out every week. It's the month of May. I have worked every single day. I've been on a boat every single day of the month of May. So I've been doing these uploads and this editing at marinas and using people's Starlink, and the other video with Harbor coming down the Tennessee River. I used one of those marinas, Alton Marina's really crappy Wi-Fi, and it took about 18 hours to upload that video. So I'm doing everything I can last minute to get a video out once a week. It's working out so far, but it's rewarding but exhausting at the same time. But pretty cool sights here in Peoria Lake. I believe it's roughly about 140 miles to Chicago from this point, if I remember the math correctly. But it's also 4 locks or 5 locks, one of the two. One of the two. But we've got some locks, and I guarantee there's going to be some delays on those locks. So I doubt we're going to get into Chicago today. I also have to decide whether we're going to go through the Calumet River south of Chicago or just go through downtown Chicago. I think based on the river level, I can go through downtown Chicago without opening a ton of bridges. Got a little bit of research to do on that and make sure we're good to go up there. But yeah, I think we're going to be planning for Chicago tomorrow. Hopefully midday tomorrow. That would be nice. We're still on track for a Wednesday arrival. It is now Sunday. So we're still on track for a Wednesday arrival in Mackinac City. Once we get out of Chicago, I've got 300 miles of Lake Michigan going north to do, and that's weather dependent. So far the weather looks like it's going to be pretty nice out there, and I hope so. I don't want to be in Lake Michigan when it's rough. And I gotta find a fuel stop too. So I probably got to go across the lake northeast, find a fuel stop, and then keep going. That'll probably take 2 days. Once again, this boat is not fast nor fuel efficient. So we're just doing what we got to do. But appreciate you guys coming along for the ride, man. I'm really enjoying the Illinois River. It's pretty nice. Y'all got a nice body of water up here.
Go around the city, put up signs. No more fentanyl at the park. No more open drug use. No more encampments. You have 2-week countdown. You tell every...
And Starved Rock and Dam. Beautiful up here. What a beautiful day up in Illinois. right, we just came through Brandon Lock this morning. Now we're heading to Lockport Lock. This is the West McDonough Street Bridge. It is open on signal after 8:30 in the morning. Basically 6:30 to 8:30, and then I think it's 4:30 to 6:30 at night. It's closed for traffic. Other than that, it's open on signal. Remember, guys, traffic up through here is
Jefferson Street to McDonough. I'm gonna leave my bridge up for that PC. Alright, 10-4, he's coming to me now.
a good copy on that. Traffic, commercial traffic up here is on 13. These locks are on 14. Looks like the bridges up through here are on 16 for some reason. This bridge was on 16, not sure why, but got 5 miles to Lockport. We have 40 miles to the Calumet River exit at Thomas O'Brien Lock, south of Chicago. We're not going through downtown due to the 17-foot fixed bridge there. It's probably going to be too low for us with the river height, so we will take the southern route. But we'll go by Chicago and Lake Michigan when we head north. Once we get in Lake Michigan, we got 329 miles to Mackinac City, so we're going to break that up over 2 days and plan for a Wednesday night. Thanks for getting that open so quick. Appreciate it. Looper. The city of Joliet.
Hey, Cap, what do you got? We got 5 CBEs, 5220, 665 by 70, Joliet to South Chicago. Right, Cap. You care if that VC locks open too? That'd be fine. We'll be locking on the port side if that's okay with you.
You doing port? Or are they doing port?
They're doing port.
Yeah, Ref. Thanks.
Yeah, pleasure, Crab. Good copy and all that. Appreciate it, guys. It's like an old. This dam's pretty old. It's like a big building. It's kind of cool. We're on the third pin starboard side. They put this toe in there first. They let us lock together and didn't have any chemicals. Looks like we'll be able to shoot out in front of them and get on to the Cal-Sag channel into Lake Michigan. We do have the 19.8 bridge coming up here. Slow this thing down here. Good. A little push over to get it tight on the wall. We are secure.
It was a solo practice.
Wall's going down.
At the bar, I was in panic mode. I put out 3,200 resumes.
I believe this is the famous lowest bridge on the loop, the 19.8. Yeah, 19.8, right at 20 feet. And Charlie is laying the antennas back. And then Charlie, I want you to stand right there here in a minute up on that helm there and look out and see, make sure that yellow light clear. Yep, make sure that mast clears.
Okay.
It should be good. We're gonna clear it by like 2 feet at least, I think. Slow down just to make sure. Looks like we're gonna be good. How we looking?
So far so good. We'll just clear it.
Looking all right?
Yeah. I think we got it.
We good?
Good.
Sure?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
I don't need a hesitant
It's
yeah.
close, dude. It's close. It's tough to gauge.
How close? 6 inches?
Yeah. 5 or 6.
All right, well, if it looks 5 to 6 from your point of view, it's probably more like a foot.
I don't know, dude.
Because you're looking at it at an angle, you know what I mean?
Barely. I'm like level with it up there.
So it was pretty tight, huh?
Tight.
Well, that's kind of a relief. I knew it was going to be somewhat close, but I didn't think it was going to be 6 inches close. So if I'm correct, I think that is the lowest point for the Great Loop for you guys coming south. And for those of you that don't know or not aware, that is the lowest bridge. So if that did not, if that did not work, I'd have to get up there on the hard top and start taking apart radar and the light mast and all that fun stuff. So it's a good thing we didn't have to do that. I mean, myself and the owner, and this boat's already done the loop, so we were all pretty confident it would go under. But if it was 6 inches, like old Charlie says, I was not expecting that. I was expecting a little bit more room. But hey, we made it. All right, we are splitting off into the Cal Sag.
What's that?
Make sure I don't get any shallower here. Hang on. We got about 22 miles to Thomas O'Brien Lock. I'd like to potentially, I got to figure out what we're going to do from here. So it's going to be about 3 o'clock by the time we get through that lock. About 5 more hours of daylight. Do I go ahead and hop out into Lake Michigan and go on up to Kenosha or Chicago? Or do we bed down for the night here and fuel up and make the hard run over northeast up to the other side of the lake at Frankfurt or Ludington, somewhere like that? I don't know. We have options. One thing I do know is that we need to do laundry. I am out of clothes.
Yeah.
So we need to do that so we don't smell like a couple of apes when we pull up to Mackinac City. We are getting close to Lake Michigan. It's a cool little waterfall. Think that was designed? I think that was designed. Well, we're about to come up on the Thomas O'Brien Lock. We're at the end of the Calumet River. And, we're in Chicago, right? So I just say, hey, let's see where we are in the relationship of Chicago and relationship to the south side of Chicago, where, you know, the murder rate's high and all that fun, all the good crime and all that fun stuff. And this river goes right through it. Some of the most sketchy neighborhoods south of Chicago. We're in the middle of it right now. And I know it's in probably pockets in a lot of neighborhoods, but makes you think. There's a marina that I was looking at right up here that's literally right next to one of those neighborhoods. Now the marina gets 5 stars, but it's right there. Just makes you think. Marine services. They don't look open. See a fuel dock over there? I don't. Yeah, we're just sitting here talking about whether we're going to fuel or chug through the night. We've got 300 miles roughly to Mackinac City and 2 days to do it. So I just got to figure out how we're going to break it up. But we haven't seen a marina in 4 nights. I don't think either of us realized that. Like that little dock at Coochie's was not that's just that we just tied up there. We need to get some stuff done and provision a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to buy a bunch of groceries or anything, but we need to do laundry, and we're out of water. Speaking of water, I'm down there boiling noodles right now.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. As you come into the Calumet River, you're going to come into Lake Michigan about 10 miles south of Chicago. You've got about 6 to 8 bridges, bascule bridges, and lift bridges that you have to navigate. All of those range between 18 to 24 feet in height. All right, 4 bridges open, 106, and then the 100th, and then the 95th, and then the 92nd bridge. They all went up. All the bridge tenders were very friendly, very responsive. Like to see that. But here we go. We're coming out of the Calumet River into Lake Michigan. Hopefully the lake's, we're going to run about 10 miles up to Burnham. So Burnham Marina. We need to beat the fuel dock closing at 5. And we need to get fuel. We need to do some laundry. I did put in a request for DACWA a few hours ago. They have not received the request, so I don't know what's going to happen when we get there, but hopefully we can stay there on the fuel dock or something. I don't know. And then we got 300 miles to Mackinac City over the next 2 days.
Yeah, you felt the temperature drop? I was wondering why Chicago was to the south of us. The Windy City, Chicago. Yeah. No one works. No one waves.
Right there. All right. Hey, put the Well, Chicago is nothing but a complete crap show up here on the water. You got people sitting on chairs on their dock, you wave at them, they don't wave back. You got people on Channel 16 pretending to talk Chinese to each other in downtown. The Coast Guard and the police have to come on 16 and tell them to knock it off. Not to mention, I have called a grand total of 6 marinas. Today is Monday of Memorial Day. I have called 6 marinas today. 4 on the river and 3 on the western side of Lake Michigan. And it's like nobody wants your money. I really don't understand it. How can you operate a marina on a holiday weekend and your phone goes straight to voicemail and say that you're closed? I don't understand that. How is that possible? You just opened your season up, it's Memorial Day weekend, but your office to your marina is closed and you're not taking phone calls, so you can't make a slip reservation. I couldn't make a slip, I made a slip Dockwell reservation here, nobody accepted it 5 hours ago. They won't answer the phone in the office, even the fuel guy was like, I'm not sure what to tell you. So, you know, it's 4:30 now, we just picked up 100 gallons of fuel. It was $7.29 a gallon for diesel. Those are Bahamas prices here in Chicago. And I said, you know what? We're just going to pick up enough fuel. We have 3 hours of daylight left. We're just going to keep on rolling north. So we're going to run another 50 miles up to the town of Kenosha. I think that's how you pronounce it. To Southport Marina. Couldn't get them on the phone. We're just going to roll up in that marina. I'm going to tie up to the fuel dock. I'm going to tie up somewhere, and then we're going to top our tanks off up there in Kenosha somewhere. It's got to be cheaper than $7.29 a gallon. I mean, holy smokes. Can't do that. I mean, we have to fill up. We got to put 400 gallons in this boat. I'm not just paying $7.29 a gallon. So we got enough to get us there. We're going to keep this train rolling. The boat was running good on plane earlier, so that's what we're going to do. and hopefully they'll be open in the morning. We can fuel up, make our cross over to Frankfurt, and call it a day. Well guys, we're gonna wrap this video up. We're coming back out of the harbor, back into Lake Michigan. We're gonna start this video in Southport Marina, most likely. We're gonna begin our cross over Lake Michigan, over to Mackinac City. We'll see you in the next video. I really hope you enjoyed the Illinois River, all the way from the start of the Illinois River up here to Lake Michigan. Definitely a lot of cool sights and sounds, and man, just a really interesting body of water all the way up through here. Learned a lot. Hope you guys learned a lot too, and kind of know what to expect a little bit more if you decide to do this one day. There's one thing I can tell you, I don't recommend going upriver, especially up the Mississippi. That was not fun at all, but Illinois wasn't bad. It was about a knot of current. That's all it was. It was pretty straightforward, really calm. Everybody was polite, so really enjoyed this video. As always, please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We're coming out of Chicago here. We'll see you next week. Thanks again.